Okay, so as well as this famous man-made reservoir that people come to do like sport and water activities on, there is another famous location, famous landmark in this area, which is actually much more famous than the reservoir itself. That is La Piedra del Peñol, okay, which is this huge, noticeable, massive kind of rock that just sticks out of the ground. It is about 220 meters tall. It's about 70 million years old. It's been created by the Earth's like surface cooling and other materials around it eroding, basically. Like a kind of sacred site before Spanish colonialization for the indigenous people of this region, who were called the Tajamies. And then in 1954 it was actually climbed for the first time by locals using wooden pegs. And then eventually since then they've built a staircase, a concrete staircase, which is about 740 steps worth, okay, built into this kind of natural crack in the rock. I don't know if anyone's played Crash Bandicoot before, but there's actually a level in the first game that it looks identical to, just this huge rock. Nearby rivers, they submerged another town in water, basically, and there are now towns built around it. So we've got Guatapé, and then there's a town called El Peñol, and I believe there's some kind of debate and like rivalry between the two towns about who owns the rock, this famous rock, which is probably the most like photographed, or one of the most photographed landmarks. So yeah, apparently the Guatapé people painted a GUA on it and then it got taken off. There's a rivalry between the two towns of who owns the rock.
Wow, it is kind of slap bang in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just so famous, drives on a lot of tourism, so we're going to go up it nice and early. Here's it, La Piedra del Peñol. Walking to Guatapé, and we'll probably get a tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
You say something
It's
if
only a few K.
Okay. So some little commercial bit down here, buy a poncho, and then all the way up those fucking steps, bro.
I don't think it's up there.
So there's a little ticket office. So it's a 10 or 60, so £6 each to go up. You buy it down there. It's a pretty good deal to go up this big, famous back in the rock, boy. This is fucking scary, mate.
We're already at 150 steps.
Oh my god. You're never like on the outside.
Oh, what a view, man. We're not even halfway up yet. Stupid. How are you?
Fucking piece of ass, mate.
He's a lot.
So yeah, I'm sure someone correct
He's
me.
scared. Look at this. There's no way you can fall.
Yeah, but look,
He's
it's
terrified.
completely open, mate. There's gaps there now.
Well, you can't fit through that.
I know it's scary though. That's alright.
300. Nearly halfway.
What?
Nothing. I think you can see Guatapé
What's that? Almost
over there.
Not quite halfway yet.
Okay,
That's it.
halfway mark. There's a little viewpoint.
This is almost halfway. We're on
I feel like
three.
every single step is a viewpoint though. It's
Three,
just...
Nah, man. It's for a good cause. Oh, halfway. I'm calming down a bit now.
It's okay. It's not you. Like, if you're scared of heights, I wouldn't even say. Like, you're gonna put people off coming here. It's not even bad.
No, it's not bad. Like, it's just like it feels like you're much more open than you are. Like, because it's just so vertical, so steep. If you are scared of heights, this would be the worst activity ever for you. Over halfway now. Oh.
You're making it harder for yourself. You're gonna need a rope to get back down.
Now they're going back down, but it looks fine because you're basically inside. It's like going in a tower or something. Yeah, it actually isn't that hard physically.
Definitely. Well, I obviously don't know what it's going to be like later on, but I'd imagine there's going to be loads of people and day tours and stuff. So definitely try and come in the morning.
Yeah,
this is class.
We're like
so quiet.
Just after it's open, and it'll probably still be quite busy at the top. There we go. You can see the peak up there. So that's what looks like 429 on that step, maybe. $450. 209 steps to go. Yeah. Solo esto, gracias. ¿Cuánto?
10.000.
10.
Perdón, una copa de mango también.
Mango también.
Sal y limón, no así natural.
Natural, sí. Guau. Avocado.
20.000.
20. Hay 20, gracias. Lovely. our way down here. Physically pretty alright. Obviously there's some people struggling, but there are people of like quite a good age like going up. Whereas like something like Cerro Tusa, that's just not happening, is it? So it's pretty accessible, even though it's a bit mental. Starting to get busier now, look. That viewpoint earlier, there was just one woman taking 35 selfies.
Yeah, I reckon honestly some days, maybe at the weekend, like later on, you probably have to queue. You know the bit where, like right at the top, where it splits in half, you probably have to queue to get up.
We're also, this will be coming out quite a while after, but we are just, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. So like it's kind of holiday season as well, so I probably think stuff like this is slightly quieter. Like with tourists, I mean, like there aren't going to be many people from Europe over in Colombia for Christmas and stuff like. Look at her, she's so scared.
I don't know why I think it's, you're gonna need a rope to get back down. You can see right over.
It's like steep. So we're right inside the granite here, the granite rock. Just the granite. So I think millions of years ago there would have been other stuff up alongside it, and then a lot of that's eroded away, but this has remained. This big fucking huge rock, man. A little bit built in to see more of the rock, I believe.
Look at this absolute cutie, man. Hi, buddy.
What are you doing, lad? You need to move out of the way.
Half 9 as well.
So that's 9:30 now. We got here about what, 8:10?
Yeah.
And look, that's a queue just to get a ticket. So it'll be like that all the way up. So yeah, get here early, man. Set your alarms, brother. Don't do a day trip.
Worth booking a night.
Because look how much slower that's going to get so congested all the way up. So we're heading back into town now. That was the rock, but as well as the queues, just the heat. You want to get up before because the sun feels so baking now. That would have been so much harder. If we'd come at like 9:30, which doesn't seem that late, but get there for opening.
It's all pointless. Dang.